What's good, guys? It's Newman here. So in this video we are going to be going straight into the TradingView app, how to use it, how to navigate, how to go about it, right? I'm going to be taking it from scratch. So if you watched my previous video on how to download and install TradingView on your PC and Mac, to which I'll leave a link in the description in case you haven't seen that. So you have to have the TradingView app, and then you continue with setting it up, right? So this video we are going to set everything up from scratch. So with that said, let's dive right in. So this is the first thing you're going to see when you open your TradingView app, right? Right now I'm on the BTC chart. It could be any chart, right? So this is what you see, and then we are going to start with the right hand side. So on your right hand side, you can see where we have the various pairs, right? Various pairs, the Bitcoin, DXY, gold, US30, and so on. So this area is where they call the watch list, right? So these are the few pairs that I trade, and when you come to this plus sign right here, you are going to find add symbol. So this is where you can add any pair in the world, whether it is currency pairs, whether it is crypto, whether it is futures, bonds, indices, right? You have all of it here. So right now you can see we are in the stocks, and if I want to, let's say I want to add Apple, so I'll just click on the plus below, and then it adds to my watch list, right? Same thing when you come to the forex section here, you can add any forex pair, right? Whether it is the euro, JPY, the GBP USD, any single pair in the world that you want to trade, you can find it right here, and then you just click on the plus on the right hand side, and then it adds to your watch list. Same for crypto, right? Any crypto that you want to trade can be found here. So let's just close that. Now you check my watch list and you see Apple and GU has been added to my watch list. Another thing you can do when you come to these three dots right here, then you select just one, right? So I normally keep the change in percentage on, and then you turn off the rest. So you notice that gives you a lot of free space, right? It takes away all the various figures, the distraction, the recent price and whatnot. You wouldn't really need that. It only clouds up your chart, your chart area. So let me go back, take it off, and now you just have these few ones turned on. Of course you need the logo to easily identify. So now when I come, I can just drag this side, and then I get more trading volume, right? More chart area to work with. So you see that we now have more room to be able to move around freely, more screen space, right, to do whatever I want to do here on the chart. Another thing is when you notice my candlesticks, right, the colors are different from the usual red and green, right? So you find a lot of customization options. I'm going to show you how to do that. So you come to the settings at the top right here, you click on that. This one is for the canvas. So you come to the top, and then this is where you have the candlestick color options. So you can just select whichever color that suits you. So I'm using pink for this example. I usually select a lighter color to just give it that vibe, right? Then change this one as well. So now let's see how that looks on the chart. So there you have it, very beautiful looking chart. So this alone can be some little form of inspiration, when you are using your favorite colors or something like that, right? So this is how to customize your candlesticks as well. I'm taking it back to how it used to be for me. Another little change that makes a big difference, at least a big difference for me, is changing the color of the canvas. So when you move down to the canvas section, you can see usually set to white, and I find that a little bit disturbing, right? Especially when you are looking at the chart at night or something. So then I took it down to this color, and then it looks a little bit easier on the eye. So this is also something that you can change if it suits you. So I think that's enough settings for the aesthetics aspect of things, right? Now we are going to the more technical stuff. So beginning with the time frames. So it's a very important thing to have the right time frame set in place. So depending on the kind of trader that you are, right? So when you come to this top side here, you can see I've added a few. Those with the stars have been added, right? So you can also select whichever time frame that suits your type of trading. If you're a scalper, you should be looking at the 1 minute, maximum 5 minutes, right? Or maybe 15 minutes. So I've just added the 1 day time frame to mine. You can also add whichever one that you want to add. So let's see how things look on the 4-hour time frame. So always remember, guys, that if you are going to be day trading, or if you're an intraday trader, which is just the same as day trading, right? You are going to be working a lot with the 1D chart, and then the 4-hour chart, and also the 15-minute chart. So you get the overall trend on your 1D and also on your 4-hour chart, and then you'll be taking entries on the 15-minute time frame. So these are the ones that I've added here. So depending on how you trade, right, you just set it up. So in case you want to change how your chart looks like, you come to this candlestick icon, and then you can select what type of chart you want to see. So this is a bar chart, and you also have the hollow candlesticks, which also looks a little nice. And then you can select the line. Sometimes you may need these ones, but not very much, right, for drawing certain levels. So that is that. Beside that are the indicators. Now this contains a lot. I'm going to be making videos, right, subsequent videos on how to use the various types of indicators, be it the RSIs, the Bollinger Bands, the MACD indicators, the various types of indicators that work really well and help you to maximize your win rate in general, right? So let me know in the comment section if you want to see more videos like that. Also, make sure you are subscribed so that you do not miss such videos. So let's continue. Now we move on to the toolbar on the left hand. So on the second icon there, the first one is just the cases, right? The second icon, you find the trend line, which is very, very, it's like the basics of trading, sort of, if I should call it that. So you can easily draw your trend lines. That is a tool that is going to help you to make all the various trend lines on the chart. So here's how we use the trend line tool. So you just draw a simple line like this one that I've drawn. When you double click on it, you find more options, right? So you can also select whatever color that you want to give it, and can also select the thickness here, however you want it to be, however thick or thin you want it to be to suit your charting, right? So you click on OK. So let's try and apply this simple trend line strategy, right? So you see that price is in an uptrend at the moment, a weak uptrend, but it's an uptrend, right? So by just highlighting it, instead of even double clicking, when you highlight it, you find its own toolbar at the top where you can still change the color, and then various other things are up there for you to do. So I can just lock it, and then now you see that I'm unable to move it when I click on the unlock, and then I'm able to drag it around again. And also the delete, if you want to delete this trend line. So this is a simple trend line strategy that we are looking at. Let me use this arrow tool to make this little analysis here. So the various types of arrow tools are also there, whichever one that you want to use, right? This is the brush tool for normal drawing. So guys, the whole idea is the more time that you spend, right, the more you are going to know how to use each of the tools better, right? So this video is just going to guide you on their basic functions, but the more experience you are, the easier it is for you. So let me go back to the arrow tool here, and then this is just a simple trend line analysis that you can make as a beginner. So you can try and determine the next move of a buy. So you just wait patiently for price to come down to this level right here, and then when you see a bullish candle, right, when you see a bullish confirmation, you can just quickly enter for a buy, seeing that it's already in an uptrend. So that is just a simple way of trading. I mean, very much beginner friendly, right, using the trend lines alone, right. You can also copy and paste this. Let me try and then copy and paste this particular trend line, and then you can drag this one also to the top here, and it forms some kind of a channel, right? So you can easily spot some selling opportunities when it hits the top, and then some buying opportunities when it hits the lower trend line. Now obviously you can't rely on trend lines alone like this to catch good trades, right? There are so many other things. You should need about 4 or 5 different confluences. So you can just use trend lines and arrow to do a simple something like this on the chart. So let's move on to the other tools that you can use. So when you click here, you can find the rectangle tool also below, right? People call it the box tool or the rectangle tool. It is also very, very important in trading. So you use this tool to draw your zones, right? Your supply and demand zones, or support and resistance zones. So this is just a general something I'm trying to draw here. So that place, you can see that it is a zone that has been tested multiple times as a good supply zone, right? And let me try and draw a demand zone here as well. So you see that anytime price hits this zone, it shoots up. So then you can confirm this to be your demand zone, and then that is how you can trade off supply and demand, just by making good use of the rectangle tool. And right below it also you can find the text tool. This is for just inputting text. So maybe I want to tag this place as my demand zone, right? So I can just input the text and then type in strong demand zone, so that anytime I'm looking through my chart, I can easily spot this. So that is how we use the text tool as well. So this right here would have been a very good buy signal, right? Very beautiful one. And so of course that brings in mind the long position and also the short position. So this is also very, very important. After drawing all your analysis and reading the charts for so many hours or minutes and end, and then now you find a good entry to enter, this is the tool that we use. So you have the long position at the top. So when I just click that, this is what appears, right? This is what we use for longing the market. And just like I said before, longing means to buy, right? And then to short the market simply means to sell. So this is the tool that you use to enter for a buy when you see an opportunity. So you might be wondering, what do I do next? So you notice that there are some figures displayed at the top and the bottom. So that's your potential take profit and then your stop loss. So with this, you can then open your MetaTrader app on your phone and then input those figures as your take profit and your stop loss, right? Now let's say you found a good selling opportunity. Then you select the one below, which is the short position, right? So when you click on that, it gives you the short position to when you can also get your stop loss and your take profit and your entries. If you look closely, it also has your risks to reward written right over there, right? So to help you calculate your risk management. So that is basically it for the long and short position tools, right? What you use to actually take your trades. Let me just delete that. So then when you come to this tab right here, you find a lot of the Fibonacci tools, like the Fibonacci retracement, the Fib channel and co, the Gann line and co, right? So I would be making subsequent videos explaining how to use these, especially those that are very useful, and that can really help you elevate your trading, but that will all depend on how you guys react with this video, right? So give this video a like if you haven't already, and also subscribe to this channel if you are new here to learn more good stuff like this. And if you are new to trading, of course this is the best channel to be in. I make a lot of beginner friendly forex videos, right? So if you're a beginner and you're looking for it to start trading, I have videos on your brokerage, I have videos on how to use MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, and also now making videos on how to use TradingView properly, right? So consider subscribing and let's go on with the video. Another tool you may use a little bit more is the arrow tool, right? So this one is simply for showing you directions in the market. When you are drawing your analysis, you can use this to depict directions, right, of where you think the market may go. So that is that for the arrow tools. And I do want to mention that as time goes on, the more you use the app, the better you become at it, right? So most of these tools may not be too useful. I've already shown you the most essential ones. This one is also a form of a rectangle. You can also use this one for marking up zones or drawing some zones, right? So basically, the more you use the app, the more edge you get in it. Also keep in mind that not all tools will be very useful for you, especially as a starter or a beginner, and even as a pro, right? There are some tools here that you may not find useful. Remember, your main focus here is to get into the market at the right time, read the market or take some trades and be out. So with that said, take a look at this, for instance, right? The emoji tab right here. So you may, I don't know who uses this, right? The ruler is also a very important one. This one is used for calculating the number of pips in a move, right? So it's also very useful. I find myself using it a lot. And assuming you want to calculate the number of pips from this point to that point, you use the ruler to do that. So let's say I want to calculate the number of pip movements from this support level to that resistance level. So you see every detail is at the top, including the pips, including the weight as well. So the weight is telling us about 2 hours, right, for this move to actually fully play out. So that will be all for this video. In the next video, I'll be going into details on the various types of indicators, right? And if you don't know what indicators are, they are just tools or a combination of tools put together as a whole, right, to help you determine the move of the market. So we have the 4 main types of indicators, like the volume indicators, the trend indicators, the momentum indicators, and also the volatility indicators. So we're going deeper into these in the subsequent videos. Make sure to stay tuned, subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Leave all your comments in the comment section below. In case you face any challenges whatsoever, just let me know down in the comments. And that's it for this video, guys. See you in the next one. Stay safe.